story. My triumph of happiness. Give it up for Zlata Petrak.
Thank you, Michelle. Hello. Hello. It was an amazing, beautiful day in October after a week-long seminar with one of my favorite mentors. And I was sitting in a cafe looking outside the window at the park, and you know how beautiful Canadian autumn looks like with all those colors, the clear blue sky. And the feeling of happiness and success just overwhelmed me. And at that moment, it became so clear to me, everything that has led me to that success. All the teachers, events, and circumstances that happened in my life prior to that moment. Right from the beginning. But it didn't seem as clear and as positive always while those events and circumstances were happening. So when I was a child, I was happy and very positive person. And I remember saying to myself, wow, I can really have anything I want, and I did. The only reason why I didn't have something was because I didn't want it. And those were not little things that kids get. Those were things that if you tell people, they would say, how is that even possible? And then, while I was growing up, little by little, I allowed the circumstances influence whatever was going on within me. And those circumstances didn't always seem so positive and amazing. So this little negative shift in my perspective, in my awareness, started to take place. And especially when things didn't go the way I planned and I wanted, as it seemed at that time. And little by little, I started to give away my happiness. First, saying goodbye, a final goodbye, to who I thought was the love of my life. After 2 years of painful relationships, going back and forth, long-distance relationships. I was on the airplane, going back to Toronto, home, and I couldn't stop crying. I was devastated. And that's when I got hold of my first self-development book. And that was the first book that I actually read from the beginning until end, not because it was my homework, not because my friends told me it was cool, not because it was modern and fashionable, but because I loved every single page. And that day was the day when my journey to success and happiness began, the conscious journey. Because what I did when I was a kid, as I learned later, I was really good at applying laws of the mind and laws of the universe at unconscious competence level. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was really good at it. This time, this was my conscious search. So what happened a few years later with my career after graduating from college and university and working really hard on my career goals? All those hopes and dreams and pretty long job search, I ended up in a great company with an amazing position and really nice people working there. Just to find out how miserable I would feel there. I felt that this wasn't the right place for me. I couldn't fulfill my full potential there. I felt frustrated, overwhelmed, and I didn't know what was going on. And not just me, I was looking at people around me, those nice people I was working with, and many of them were pretty miserable too. Overwhelmed, frustrated, overworked with their things that were going on at work, with their families, life, everything. So one day, it was Friday in summertime, July. I was supposed to, at night after work, meet my family north of Toronto at a beautiful beach resort. So I drove there, and I remember I was sitting at the gorgeous riverfront. Amazing nature. River on one side, lake on the other side, tweet of birds, kids laughing and screaming, and people so happy around me. And that was such a contrast from all my thoughts and feelings that have been going on for the past week and past few months, that it became so clear to me that this is how life is supposed to be. And that is how it really is. That's how it's meant to be. And right there, I made a decision that I'm not only going to master the laws of the mind and laws of success, I will educate people so they can help themselves be happy, be successful, and reach their dreams. It was many years ago. And since then, it has been a bliss. Every day, doing what I love and enjoying it. Helping people succeed and reach their goals. It has really been a bliss. And what I've learned from this, no matter where you are, and it doesn't matter how it seems to you at that moment, there is a really good reason for you to be there. And no matter where you are, there's something really amazing that is coming out from that. Journey is as valuable and is as joyous as destination. Because what is journey? It's every moment of now. It's how you feel now. It's how you live now. Because this is life. Thank you.